what is the behavior that most of the IT companies have a regional split in India in terms of regions is broadly that they are about 35 to 40% business coming from West, approximately 25 to 30% from North, close to about 25% from South, and about 7 to 8% from East. So that's the logic. Now, this logic is not too far from what we have been doing. Last year, South has contributed. If INS has done about 500 odd crores, then South as a team has contributed approximately about 15 odd percent. And I think if I were to extrapolate this at a company level, if you would have done about 600 odd crores, and I would not be surprised that South as a team would be somewhere between 15 to 17. So what we are essentially talking, that if we have to target 500 crores, if team has to reach 2000 crores, then we are actually talking about 15 to 16%, moving to about 23-24%. This slide actually depicts, if you have to do about 450 or 500 crores, what would be the milestones that we would see ourselves 1 year hence, thereafter a year hence, and how do we see ourselves at about 440 odd crores over the period of next 3 years. What is my current revenue stack coming from my existing patch of accounts? How do I see my existing patch contributing to at least 30% growth? What would be my acquisition patch? Currently today, I'm not doing certain things in certain accounts. So if I start doing this over the next 12 months to 18 months, and if I see myself in these acquisition patch, what would this contribute in terms of revenue? What is the geographic expansion that we would like to see in the next 12 months to 18 months? We've been very active in few verticals. Our presence has been predominantly in PSU and in fragments in manufacturing. How do we extrapolate ourselves in other verticals where we are currently not? So look at that as an avenue for growth. How do we look at geographic expansion? How do we look at vertical expansion? How do we look at changing product mix? Our presence in the market predominantly has been known by virtue of end user devices. Today, you have multiple products at your services. We have a great portfolio that we come back. Look at services. See, you have every right to demand. Currently, we have certain portfolio in our bag, but that may not be just enough. You might be seeing that there is a vacuum in a product portfolio which possibly can help you to get that incremental revenue. If you see that there is going to be a certain product or a service which is going to add revenue to that, we don't mind building that competency in the next 12 months. Do not get constrained with what is the capacity that we have today, be it in terms of people, be it in terms of our processes, or be it in terms of our product portfolio. Please understand, we are talking of 100 crores to 500 crores in 3 years' time. When the market is going to grow at 20% or 25%, you are talking of 3x, 4x growth, which is disruptive. And this can only happen if you can do things which you have not done before. We've been doing business in isolation. There is a managed services which does in a set of accounts. There is Google which does business in a set of accounts. There is INS which does business in a set of accounts. How do we cross-pollinate? How do we leverage each other's presence? Please understand, once you're into an account, it's only incremental sales value for you to go and position other line of business once you've established that goodwill. So how can we leverage each other's presence in the accounts to see that we create dominance and increase our share of wallet in that account? Two things. One, list down those initiatives, put a number against those initiatives. The sum total of those initiatives or number should at least give you a high level sense of the number that you're gauging at in the next 3 years, right? That's one. You need to think future and work backwards. If Chennai has to do about 250 crores, how the 250 crores get broken up? Year 3 is this number, year 2 is what X, and year Y is Y number. And once you put that number, then your thought process becomes a little more clear, because the efforts that you will make investment here, you will start getting dividends in year 1, year 2 and year 3. So please put a number, work backwards, and then list down those initiatives as how you want to achieve that.